Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Battlefield 2042 video. Today's video we're going to be taking an in-depth look at the PBX 12. We'll be going over its stats, best loadouts, and if it's a good weapon to use on the battlefield. But before we get to that, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. It really helps me out and I'd really appreciate it. Plus you'll always have some Battlefield content to watch. It's a win-win. Now let's begin. To start off, we have the stats. For damage, we have between 18 and 26 damage per shot. This scales off of distance, so within 10 meters, it's 26 damage max. 10 to 20 meters is 22 damage max, and anything over 40 meters is 18 damage. And that's just for body shots. For headshots, double the damage, so you'll be getting around 36 to 52 damage per headshot. Next, we have the fire rate, which is 800 rounds per minute. Not low, but not high, just kind of average for its class. The bullets to kill is 4 to 7 shots, and the time to kill is roughly 2.25 seconds to 3 seconds, assuming you hit all your shots. Also, getting headshots will speed this time up to kill. Finally, it can hold 30 rounds in its magazine. First up, let's talk about the damage, and more importantly, the damage drop-off. This is what I feel is the weakest part of this weapon. Not necessarily its damage, but how much it just goes down at range. The battlefield is much larger, especially with the absence of smaller squad-focused game modes like Team Deathmatch in the main game. Most engagements are going to be farther than 10 meters and a large majority over 20 meters. This means you're forced to fight at a range you'll be outgunned by pretty much any other weapon. Most of the assault rifles, DMRs, LMGs, and of course, snipers. Now, don't get me wrong, up close, this thing can shred. Within CQB, you're looking at a fast and easy 4-shot kill with a weapon that fires 800 rounds per minute. But anything farther than throwing distance kind of becomes a problem for the PBX. For this reason, I recommend that you stay close. Stick to the parts of the map that are either inside buildings or where both teams are funneled into a close space. You're not going to be winning those longer range engagements. Now, you can win a couple if you're really accurate or you catch your enemies by surprise. You know, you get a little flanky do off, you might be able to take a couple out. But for the most part, you're going to want to stay close. Stay within that first damage range and try to land your shots. A 2.25 second time to kill is pretty good, and it's even shorter if one or maybe even two of those shots are headshots. The recoil is also pretty low for the PBX. You shouldn't really have a problem at close range. Now at mid to long ranges, I suggest either putting the weapon in a single shot or just tap firing because the recoil isn't perfect and firing 1 or 2 shots at a time really helps with hitting those smaller targets at those longer distances. Now that we know all the stats and how to best use the PBX, what is the best loadout? To start off, pick whatever sight you're the most comfortable with. I recommend using a closer range sight since you're going to be in CQB most of the time, but pick whatever you want to use, whatever you're most comfortable with. For the ammunition slot, we're going to be going with close combat ammo. This plays to every strength that the PBX has. It makes the easy recoil even easier to control. It increases your reload speed, which is always a good thing for a weapon that's, mainly used in close range. And it increases the fire rate. So with this one ammo type, you can reload faster, shoot your bullets faster, and have better recoil. It's just a solid ammo type for SMGs. For underbarrel, I would go with the BCG light grip or the rattlesnake light grip. Any of the grips that increase accuracy while moving. Since you're going to be in close range, you're not going to be stopping to shoot. You're not going to be standing still to shoot. You're going to be on the move shooting, even while aiming down sights. And these grips simply increase your accuracy while doing that. Now the barrel slot was the hardest to decide. For me, there was 2 choices. Either go with a suppressor that could keep you hidden but decreases your damage, or go with a muzzle brake to help with recoil. I decided to go with any of the muzzle brakes, and here's why. Suppressor decreases your damage by 10%, which doesn't sound like much, but with a weapon that kinda hits softly anyways, it can really add up. Plus, you really won't get the benefit from not appearing on the minimap while firing, due to all the Caspers that just have that passive, radar sense around them. Casper drones, which will spot you pretty much anywhere because there's 80 Caspers in every match, and proc sensors all around. Seriously, it's hard not to get marked in this game. There's so many players and so many drones and so many people throwing out proximity sensors just flying all over the place that it can be difficult to avoid being spotted. So why take the suppressor that will keep you hidden from, firing on the minimap, but you're going to be spotted anyways because of all this other stuff. So it really isn't all that beneficial. So yeah, we go with the muzzle brake to help with vertical recoil. So yeah, you have the sight that you want, close combat ammo, a grip, and a muzzle brake. With this setup, you should be excelling in close quarters firefights, right where the PBX wants to be, since the damage fall off at range is really kind of bad. With the muzzle brake, grip, and ammo, you should have no problem controlling that recoil, ensuring that your shots land in those precious close range fights. Now, you might say, if the damage fall off is the main problem, why not just increase the range through attachments? Why not throw on the extended barrel and high power ammo to increase that range? Now, the reason I decided not to do that is why waste half your attachments to make your gun just even, on par with a default blank version of another gun. Sure, you can make its range similar to that of an assault rifle, but most people are going to have attachments on their ARs that's going to, once again, put it far ahead of the PBX. So I thought it would just be easier and better to play to the PBX's strengths and really make it annihilate in close range, where you're going to have the upper hand over pretty much most other weapon types anyways, because you're using an SMG. And that's going to be it for the video. I want to hear from you all. Do you like the PBX? Have you used the PBX a lot? And what do you think is the best weapon in the game right now? I know I'm just trying to blaze through levels so I can unlock everything, so I can do videos on everything, but what do you think is really the weapons that stand out to you? I don't know, so let me know down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel for even more amazing Battlefield content. And if you want to, go to the description of this video and join our Discord server, where we talk about games, we share art, we share memes, all that kind of fun stuff. Join the community, join the Discord server. It's really fun, I promise. So yeah, go to the description and do that. I'm the Battle Moon, and I will see you on the next Battlefield.